In a world where speed is measured in milliseconds and control defines confidence, the line between performance and precision keeps getting thinner. Every rider craves that perfect harmony between aggression and grace. It's not about having the most power anymore. It's about using every ounce of it with intention, turning motion into something almost musical. The best machines today are not those that shout the loudest, but those that listen to their riders and answer back with balance, feedback, and trust. Some call it evolution. Others call it engineering art. Whatever the name, this new era belongs to those who can blend intuition with technology, delivering a ride that feels alive yet completely under control. And at the center of that transformation stands a machine that redefines what a naked sport bike can be. Stay tuned, hit like if you love precision, and drop a comment with the next performance legend you want covered. The Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 2024 represents the latest evolution of a name that has been shaping the middleweight sport naked segment for nearly 2 decades. When Triumph first launched the Street Triple series, it aimed to offer the raw feel of a supersport bike without the aggressive ergonomics or punishing character. Over the years, the formula matured. More power, better suspension, smarter electronics. But in 2024, the Street Triple 765 RS reaches a new level of precision that challenges not just its rivals in the class, but even the superbikes it was once meant to sit beneath. This version is not a small upgrade. It is a culmination of everything Triumph learned from its official Moto2 engine program and from thousands of hours of real-world feedback from riders who wanted more than simple numbers on a spec sheet. To understand the 2024 Triumph Street Triple 765 RS, you have to start with the foundation. The 765 cubic centimeters triple engine that gives the bike its name. This 3-cylinder power plant has always been the soul of the Street Triple, balanced between the torque-rich delivery of a twin and the screaming top end of an inline-4. For 2024, Triumph fine-tuned the internals with revised combustion chambers, new pistons, and updated cam profiles inspired directly by its Moto2 race engines. The result is sharper throttle response, higher revs, and a sense of immediacy that feels less mechanical and more instinctive. The torque curve swells early, holding steady all the way to a breathtaking peak. Every twist of the throttle translates into clean, predictable drive, making the rider feel like a direct part of the machine rather than a passenger reacting to it. Power without control is meaningless, and Triumph knows this better than most. The 765 RS chassis has been honed for surgical feedback. A sharper rake angle, shorter trail, and lighter aluminum frame give it near telepathic agility. The bike changes direction with minimal effort, yet remains planted mid-corner. The fully adjustable Öhlins STX40 rear shock and show a 41mm big piston forks deliver track-ready damping control, and they do so without punishing you on the street. It's a setup that feels forgiving when you need it, but unshakably precise when you push harder. This dual nature defines the RS identity. A machine that flatters new riders while rewarding experts with performance they can grow into, not out of. Electronics play a subtle but crucial role in the Street Triple 765 RS experience. Triumph has refined its ride-by-wire system and traction control algorithms so that the rider feels connected, not managed. There are multiple riding modes: road, sport, track, rain, and rider configurable, each tailoring throttle response, ABS sensitivity, and traction control to conditions and preference. The cornering ABS and traction systems, aided by a 6-axis IMU, operate in the background. You feel their presence only when physics starts to test your confidence. This balance between freedom and safety is what gives the RS its reputation for being both thrilling and approachable. Styling follows function, yet every curve of the 2024 Triumph Street Triple 765 RS exudes purpose. The twin LED headlamps retain their signature scowl, while the fuel tank has been sculpted for better knee grip and body positioning. The rear subframe, lighter and sharper, carries a minimalist tail section that screams performance focus. The attention to detail extends to the smallest parts: machined foot pegs, bar end mirrors, and high-quality switchgear. It's not a bike trying to be flashy. It's confident enough to let its engineering speak for itself. Braking performance is another highlight. Brembo style Lima calipers clamp onto 310mm front discs with exceptional feel and bite. The lever action is crisp, progressive, and endlessly repeatable. Combined with the light weight of the bike, just under 417 pounds wet, It allows for late braking and aggressive corner entries that rival much more powerful machines. Triumph's focus on balance means the RS feels equally at home carving through tight canyons or flowing around a track's fast corners. What sets the 2024 Street 77765 RS apart, however, is how seamlessly it blends all these components. Many bikes have great engines or great chassis setups, but few achieve true integration. The RS feels cohesive. Every system complements the next, creating a rhythm that's hard to find in the performance world. You don't fight this bike. You flow with it. It's this characteristic that makes riders walk away grinning, not because they tamed something wild, but because they became part of something perfectly tuned. The influence of Triumph's Moto2 involvement cannot be overstated. Having supplied engines for the World Championship since 2019, Triumph has gained access to invaluable race data. This knowledge trickled down to the Street 77765 RS, shaping everything from throttle mapping to gearbox ratios. The gearbox itself now includes a standard up and down quickshifter with revised shift drum geometry for smoother, faster engagement. Each gear clicks in with satisfying precision, rewarding the rider's rhythm. It's these microscopic refinements that separate a good sport bike from one that feels engineered at a professional level. Even the ergonomics have been adjusted for a better dynamic position. The handlebars sit slightly lower, the foot pegs positioned for more lean angle, and the seat redesigned for comfort over long rides without sacrificing control. The result is a natural riding triangle that keeps the rider engaged without fatigue. On city streets, it's agile and civilized. On the track, it becomes something else entirely, a predator with a scalpel's edge. Triumph's engineers didn't just make a faster street triple. They made a smarter one. The TFT Dash now offers clearer graphics, improved connectivity, and a more intuitive layout. You can customize your display, monitor lean angle data, or pair your phone for navigation and music control. But again, it never distracts. The interface remains secondary to the ride, exactly as it should be on a machine designed for precision. So where does the 2024 Triumph Street 77765 RS fit in the current performance landscape? It sits in an interesting space, lighter and more manageable than most superbikes, yet fast enough to embarrass them on twisty roads or technical circuits. It's a reminder that performance isn't only measured by horsepower or top speed. It's about the confidence to use every bit of what you have, every time. The RS embodies that philosophy perfectly. In a segment filled with bikes chasing extreme specs, Triumph's approach feels almost rebellious. The company chose refinement over escalation, control over chaos. The Street 77765 RS is not trying to overpower the competition. It's trying to outthink it. Every detail, from the slipper clutch engagement to the throttle response timing, feels tuned for a rider who values precision above ego. At the heart of it all, the 2024 Triumph Street 77765 RS reminds us that the best machines don't just perform. They communicate. They tell you exactly what's happening beneath the tires. They reward good technique, and they never overwhelm. It's a dance, not a duel. And for Triumph, that has always been the goal. Next, we'll explore why the Street 77765 RS doesn't just perform beyond its weight class, but actually redefines how a middleweight sport naked can challenge superbikes on both street and track. The Triumph Street 77765 RS 2024 represents the culmination of years of engineering refinement, but understanding how it truly outperforms expectations requires a closer look at the underlying philosophy. Triumph has always approached development with a focus on balance. Instead of chasing extreme horsepower or outlandish top speeds, the goal is to deliver perfect control, responsiveness, and engagement. The Street 77765 RS demonstrates that philosophy in motion, turning raw data and racing experience into real-world precision that few manufacturers can match. The foundation of that success lies in Triumph's Moto2 partnership. By providing engines to an entire racing championship, Triumph collected invaluable performance telemetry. This data revealed how power delivery, heat cycles, and throttle behavior affect traction and handling under race conditions. The engineers used these insights to refine the 765 RS engine's internals and electronics. The new pistons, higher compression ratio, and improved airflow are not random upgrades. They are direct responses to data trends showing where performance gains could be achieved without compromising reliability. In racing, predictability is everything. And Triumph applied that same rule to this road-going machine. On rough pavement, they absorb imperfections smoothly, keeping the tires glued to the surface. On the track, they provide the stiffness and feedback necessary for aggressive cornering. Triumph's decision to offer full adjustability ensures that the 765 RS can be tailored to individual preferences, riding styles, or terrain. Riders can chase ultimate precision on a circuit or comfort during long rides, all within a single setup framework. One of the subtler elements that make the 2024 Triumph Street Triple 765 RS so exceptional is its weight distribution. Triumph reduced unsprung mass by refining the wheels and brake components, which improved both steering response and stability. The bike feels planted at high speed but agile in tight transitions. That stability also makes the RS forgiving for intermediate riders. Mistakes don't instantly translate into drama. The machine feels like it's working with you, not against you. That friendliness is part of the brand's DNA, a result of engineering empathy, where every decision considers not just the machine's capability, but the rider's experience. Triumph also devoted significant attention to aerodynamics, even though naked bikes are not typically designed for wind tunnel optimization. The new tank design subtly channels air around the rider's torso, reducing fatigue on longer rides. The headlight assembly, though compact, contributes to smoother airflow at higher speeds. These are minor gains individually, but together they contribute to a riding experience that feels composed and deliberate. Electronics are often where motorcycles either shine or stumble. In the case of the Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 2024, the electronic suite complements the mechanical precision perfectly. The 5 ride modes are not simple presets. They represent carefully calibrated personalities. Road mode balances comfort and response for everyday riding. Sport mode sharpens the throttle and tightens traction control intervention. Track mode allows near-direct connection to the rear wheel, offering maximum feedback for skilled riders. Rain mode softens power delivery to maintain control in poor conditions, while rider mode lets users fine-tune their preferences. The 6-axis IMU ensures that ABS and traction control respond dynamically to lean angles, maintaining safety without feeling intrusive. Braking, as expected, is a masterclass in feedback. Brembo-style Lima calipers, combined with lightweight discs, provide immense stopping power without harshness. What makes the system exceptional is modulation, the ability to finely control deceleration mid-corner. The front and rear brake balance feels instinctive. There's no abrupt weight transfer or twitchiness. The result is confidence. The rider always knows how the bike will behave, even in emergency stops or high-load situations. Performance testing shows that the Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 2024 can match or exceed the corner speeds of several superbikes on technical circuits. It may lack the raw horsepower to compete on long straights, but its agility, braking performance, and corner exit traction allow it to claw back time in every other section. That advantage is not theoretical. It's measurable. The combination of reduced weight, razor-sharp geometry, and linear power delivery makes it a formidable tool for both road and track riders. A significant factor behind this precision is the gearbox and quickshifter system. The up and down quickshifter has been tuned for smoother engagement, reducing clutch wear and minimizing shift shock. This makes transitions between gears nearly seamless, keeping the bike stable under heavy acceleration or deceleration. The gearbox ratios have been shortened slightly for better drive out of corners, reflecting Triumph's Moto 2 learnings about momentum preservation. Every mechanical connection feels refined, from the shift lever's tactile feedback to the chain's alignment under load. Visually, the Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 2024 may appear familiar, but the refinements are subtle and meaningful. The sharper tail section improves the bike stance, and the use of lightweight materials throughout reflects a focus on functional performance rather than styling gimmicks. The paint finishes, particularly the matte and metallic options, elevate the premium feel while maintaining an understated identity. It's a design that communicates seriousness without excess. Triumph's commitment to rider engagement also extends to ergonomics and usability. The seating position allows for natural body movement, supporting the rider's weight evenly across the seat and tank. Controls are positioned for intuitive access, including the compact TFT display that consolidates key data without clutter. Connectivity options like phone integration and turn-by-turn navigation add convenience without distracting from the primary goal, the ride itself. But the brilliance of the 2024 Street 77765 RS is not limited to its technical specification. It's how the machine translates engineering into emotion. Riding it feels personal. Every input receives an immediate and satisfying response. The throttle doesn't just open. It breathes. The chassis doesn't just turn. It guides. These are sensations that define great motorcycles, the kind that become extensions of the rider's intent. In the context of modern motorcycling, this matters. Many riders are drawn to superbikes for the allure of power, but the reality is that few can use that power effectively outside a racetrack. The Triumph Street 77765 RS 2024 offers an alternative. It delivers 90% of the performance in 100% of the environments where real riders spend their time. It's approachable yet aspirational. A true sweet spot between accessibility and excitement. What Triumph achieved with this motorcycle is a statement about priorities. Instead of inflating numbers, it focused on the quality of the connection between man and machine. That is why the 765 RS often feels faster than it is, because it allows the rider to use every ounce of its performance with confidence. It's a reminder that control and predictability are often more exhilarating than outright power. The Triumph Street 77765 RS 2024 proves that precision can rewrite the rules of performance. When most manufacturers pursue speed by adding more power, Triumph redefines competition by enhancing the connection between the rider and the road. That approach changes not only how the machine performs, but how it makes the rider feel. In an age where electronics and horsepower dominate marketing, the 765 RS stands out as an example of engineering restraint executed with purpose. On the track, this philosophy becomes evident the moment the tires warm. The Triumph Street 77765 RS 2024 carries its momentum through corners with remarkable stability, enabling the rider to brake later and accelerate earlier than logic should allow. Rivals may reach higher speeds on straight sections, but the RS regains ground in every transition, proving that consistency can neutralize raw power. The triple engine's smooth torque band means there is always drive available, and its linear delivery builds trust lap after lap. It is this predictability that makes the RS a favorite among riders who value rhythm over risk. Triumph's engineers designed this machine to deliver performance in real environments, not just on perfect circuits. On mountain roads, the same balance that dominates the track translates into effortless control through tight bends. The low weight, at just over 400 pounds, allows quick adjustments mid-corner. Combined with the refined traction control, the result is a ride that feels fluid and natural. There is no need to fight for stability or second-guess grip. The feedback from the chassis and suspension is so precise that you begin to anticipate the road, not just react to it. That sense of communication is what separates the 2024 Street 77765 RS from nearly everything else in its class. Real-world testing also highlights its versatility. While the Triumph Street 77765 RS 2024 is designed for spirited performance, it remains comfortable enough for daily use. The seat, shaped for both grip and support, encourages long-distance riding. The fueling is smooth even at low speeds, making urban commuting easy. Riders can enjoy calm rides when they want to, yet unleash the full potential of the engine with a single motion. This dual character ensures that the RS never feels out of place, whether carving canyon roads or navigating weekday traffic. The true genius of this bike lies in its balance between precision and emotion. Every control surface provides tactile feedback. The clutch engages cleanly, the brakes communicate grip levels, and the throttle responds like an extension of your thought. This level of refinement transforms technical competence into emotional satisfaction. Riding becomes less about chasing numbers and more about exploring sensation. Many superbikes intimidate their riders. The Street 77765 RS inspires them. When Triumph developed this model, it wasn't just building a faster middleweight, it was setting a benchmark for control. The engineers focused on how riders could extract maximum performance safely and consistently. That focus produced a machine that rewards skill development rather than punishing imperfection. As you grow more comfortable, the bike reveals new layers of ability. That adaptability creates longevity. Owners keep the RS not because it's the most powerful option available, but because it continues to challenge and engage them long after the novelty fades. Comparing it to superbikes exposes the depth of Triumph's accomplishment. On a technical track, the Street Triple 765 RS 2024 can match corner speeds with leader-class machines while requiring less effort to manage. The lighter weight means lower fatigue and more laps before concentration begins to fade. This advantage carries into street riding, where the RS agility and visibility make it easier to handle unpredictable conditions. It may never reach the same top speeds as a full superbike, but in the environments where most riders actually ride, it often delivers faster real-world pace. The refinement extends beyond performance. Triumph's attention to reliability and finish gives the 765 RS a premium feel that rivals often overlook. The build quality is evident in the consistency of the welds, the smoothness of the controls, and the durability of the paint and materials. The 5-inch TFT screen, for example, is bright even in direct sunlight and easy to navigate while wearing gloves. These practical details enhance daily usability, reinforcing that the RS was built for serious riders, not just weekend showpieces. Ownership also carries emotional weight. The Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 2024 connects its rider to a legacy of British engineering that values craftsmanship and innovation in equal measure. Each generation of the Street Triple refined the idea of what a naked sport bike could be, and the 2024 version brings that vision to its sharpest point yet. For Triumph, this is not just a model. It's a philosophy. It symbolizes the belief that perfection lies not in excess but in harmony. On the road, the payoff is tangible. The way the bike settles into a corner, the precision with which it follows the rider's line, the confidence it builds in every maneuver. All of it combines into an experience that feels personal and pure. That is why so many testers describe the RS as more than a machine. It becomes a teacher. It rewards calm, measured input and punishes careless aggression, not through danger but through feedback. It invites mastery. This dynamic creates a new benchmark for what riders expect from performance motorcycles. The Street Triple 765 RS 2024 redefines the purpose of the middleweight category. It's no longer a stepping stone to something bigger. It's a destination. The RS shows that smart engineering can make a motorcycle faster, safer, and more enjoyable without relying on extreme specifications. It demonstrates that sophistication and thrill are not opposites, but partners in the art of design. The impact of this machine reaches beyond Triumph's lineup. Competing manufacturers are now forced to rethink how they approach balance and refinement. The RS challenges them to match its precision and composure, rather than simply surpass its power output. This ripple effect benefits riders everywhere, raising the standard for what the entire segment can offer. Ultimately, the Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 2024 represents a shift in priorities. It's not about dominating through force. It's about mastering through intelligence. In doing so, Triumph has created a motorcycle that transcends its category. Whether carving apexes or cruising home at sunset, the RS maintains its composure, reminding you that true performance is not measured by the size of an engine, but by the sharpness of its connection to the rider. And that brings the story to its central truth. Triumph didn't build the 2024 Street Triple 765 RS to compete in a horsepower war. It built it to win the precision game. In the next and final section, we'll explore what this means for riders, the brand's legacy, and the future of motorcycling itself. The Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 2024 leaves an impression that goes beyond numbers or lap times. It represents the evolution of what riders truly value: confidence, control, and connection. When you climb off the bike after a spirited ride, the details that stay with you are not its specifications, but its sensations. The way the throttle feels perfectly matched to your wrist, the way the suspension breathes with the road surface, the way it encourages precision rather than demanding caution. These experiences define what Triumph set out to achieve with this model. By the time riders reach the Triumph Street Triple 765 RS 2024, they are often looking for a machine that offers more than speed. They want a deeper relationship with performance. The RS gives that in full. It embodies a refined type of excitement, one born from balance and technical excellence. There is no intimidation factor, no steep learning curve, just a seamless connection between rider and machine. That connection builds trust, and that trust builds skill. Every ride becomes a chance to improve, to find the rhythm between human input and mechanical feedback. In practical terms, this motorcycle is one of the most versatile machines in its class. The Triumph Street 765 RS 2024 can carve through mountain passes with the sharpness of a dedicated sport bike. Yet it remains comfortable enough for daily commuting or weekend rides. Its engine thrives in every scenario, pulling cleanly at low RPM and surging with energy at the top. The balance of agility and stability allows it to handle urban streets, long sweepers, or technical tracks with equal confidence. For riders who want one motorcycle to do nearly everything, the RS feels like a perfect solution. The legacy it continues is just as significant. The Street Triple line has always symbolized Triumph's ability to blend British character with modern engineering. From its early days as a stripped-down version of a supersport to the current 2024 RS, the model has defined the middleweight naked category. Each generation refined the idea that control could be more rewarding than chaos. This latest version doesn't just refine that belief, it perfects it. Looking ahead, the Triumph Street 765 RS 2024 sets a new standard for what future motorcycles will aspire to achieve. Manufacturers can no longer rely solely on more power or electronic gimmicks. They must consider how the machine feels, how it communicates, how it inspires confidence, how it transforms skill into flow. The RS proves that progress means returning to the fundamentals: balance, precision, and trust between rider and machine. For Triumph, this model cements its place among the few brands capable of merging racing pedigree with real-world usability. The Moto2 heritage adds credibility, but the everyday rideability adds purpose. It's not just a showcase of engineering. It's a reminder that the best performance is the one you can actually use. This balance makes the RS not only relevant today, but influential for years to come. In the end, the Triumph Street 765 RS 2024 is more than a middleweight naked. It is a statement of intent. It tells the industry that smaller can be smarter, that precision can outshine power, and that connection is the ultimate goal of performance design. Riders who choose it are not just buying a motorcycle. They're choosing a philosophy, one where mastery matters more than might, and refinement beats excess every time. If precision, balance, and engineering integrity excite you, then this machine delivers on every count. Like and subscribe if you enjoy deep dives into the machines that redefine performance. And share what motorcycle you want to see explored next.